Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Holly Gunn of Gunn Dermatology, and I am going to be on Fox this morning, our local station, about applying sunscreen because our love, Gwyneth Paltrow, is in trouble again about her beauty secrets. Actually, this is a post from the board certified dermatologist website. And they kind of copied a comment that someone made that said, every time Gwyneth Paltrow shares her beauty or wellness secrets, a scientist dies on the inside. Today, it's a dermatologist. Because about 4 minutes into her video about her morning skincare routine, she applies sunscreen. And when she applies sunscreen, she goes, oh, I only apply sunscreen where the sun hits. And she kind of goes like, ooh, a little bit here, a little bit there. So everyone's up in arms because everyone knows the sun hits your entire face. How about even tops of the ears? How about back of the hands? Now, I do think there's a difference in applying sunscreen for your daily routine versus if you're going to be in direct sunlight. So like if you're going to the beach or lake or a sporting event, if you're going to be in that direct sunlight for over 10, 15 minutes, you need to apply your sunscreen differently than your daily routine. So I'm going to show you my daily routine so you can compare, because I actually stopped counting when she got to like 6 products. I was like, whoa, even as a board certified dermatologist, I don't usually do 6 products on my skin in the morning. Maybe if you added cleansers, toners. I would say I typically start off with a toner. I just brushed my teeth. And anytime I brush my teeth, even if I just wash my face, I'll even go around my mouth with my toner. And here's my SDIN Micellar Water Toner. I love that one. So, and a little bit goes a long way. And I'm just going to do around my mouth. Usually I would do my entire face if I hadn't just showered, but I just showered, clean face. Always do treatments first. So I'm going to do the TNS Advanced. And my TNS Advanced, I'm going to put it anywhere I don't want wrinkles, which is everywhere. So I'm going to put my TNS Advanced almost as well as I do my sunscreen. And then we just went to Florida and I got 2 little dark marks. I still struggle from acne, so I'm going to put a little Litera on my dark marks that I got from being in the sun all day long with sunscreen on. So I always explain to people, if you're going to be in the sun all day long, you're going to get a little bit of sun, and that's okay. The sun is not your enemy, but too much sun is. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing here too, because the neck is a special area. So I just put my tripeptide neck repair from SkinCeuticals on, my Litera for spot treating some of my pigmentation. If I had pigmentation all over, I would do this all over. So those were my treatments, right? So here comes to my actual moisturizer. The only additional moisturizer I use that's not my sunscreen is my eye cream. So I use Lumiere Firm eye cream every single day. Do not go home without it. Because my eyes need extra moisturizer. And also that's my, I'm dropping it. That's my struggle bus area with wrinkles like most people. So Lumiere Firm eye cream. Okay, bump, bada, bump. Here comes my sunscreen. I'm gonna use Micro Day. I use Micro Day every single day. I always tell people I do not walk out of the door without my Micro Day on. Why? Because it's my sunscreen. So it's an SPF 30. It's slightly tinted. So it's like my makeup because I don't wear anything other than that. Notice how close I'm getting to my eyes. This one does not sting or burn the eyes. I had a conversation with one of the soccer moms this weekend. She said she doesn't wear sunscreen on her face because it stings and burns her eyes. Then she just doesn't have the right sunscreen for her. A lot of the chemical-based sunscreens do sting and burn around the eyes, and then the mineral-based sunscreens should not. And this one is a mineral-based sunscreen. It's my moisturizer too, so that's literally all I put on. And it looks so good, feels so good, and it's got antioxidants in it too. So, and it's got growth factors that produce collagen and elastic fibers. So it's like my all-in-one. So that's literally my entire skincare routine in the morning. Not 8 products. I do have about 5 up here, but again, I had to use my Litera because I got pigmentation from Florida. But that's going to quickly go away with Latera. Now, what if I'm in direct sunlight though? Like, what if I'm only going to work today, right? So I need this even if I'm just going to work. Sometimes I'll even do the back of my hands. I feel like if I'm going to be driving a long way, and definitely you carry down to the neck too. If I'm going to be in direct sunlight, you would see me putting on sunscreen, no clothes on, because I'm going to put my sunscreen on head to toe before I put any clothes on, because I want to make sure I get every single crevice if I'm going to be in direct sunlight, especially lake and beach, before I put my bathing suit on. When it comes to my face, I'm always going to do Daily Power of Defense first. This has been proven to help prevent DNA damage, which is what leads to skin cancer. It also helps with pigmentation. So I would put my Daily Power of Defense on first. I've already got my other stuff on. I'm going to get goopy in a while. And that could be why Gwyneth decided to only do like a little bit. Maybe she was already getting goopy. She put so much stuff on. And then this is the Gunn Dermatology AOX Mineral Spray Sunscreen. So it's a mineral sunscreen. Most of the mineral sunscreens, they're going to appear white. Well, this one doesn't leave that white chalky mess. So I'm gonna like putting it on my ears. Like I literally put it inside the ears too. Definitely back of the hands, down the neck. And I'm literally going to apply my sunscreen. This one's actually good for face or body. And I'm gonna apply my sunscreen all the way up to my eyelid margin, all the way to my hairline. Ooh. Here's another one. These little powder guys are great. See that little guy right there? That's gonna get sun in it. If I'm at the beach all day, you can use these powder sunscreens to get in there and not leave your hair all greasy. So these little powder sunscreens are great. So that is the way you apply your sunscreen, whether or not it's just daily. And then if you're gonna be in the sun, you need a in the sun sunscreen routine, which is full body, every single crevice, even hairline, tops of ears, neck, back of neck, back, I mean like everywhere, Gwyneth. I love you. You're a sweetie. I love the fact that you promote health and wellness and eating right, but let's put our sunscreen on correctly. Mwah.
Well, a lot of dermatologists are talking about sunscreen safety after Oscar-winning actress Gwyneth Paltrow shared her controversial skincare routine in a YouTube video with Vogue.
And I'm not, I'm not a sort of head to toe slather of sunscreen, but I like to put some kind of on my nose and the area where the sun really hits.
All right. Well, is that really enough to protect your sun for your skin from skin damage? Well, dermatologist Dr. Holly Gunn from Gunn Dermatology joins us now live via FaceTime here with more on how to use sunscreen the right way. Dr. Gunn, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, what do you think about that video from Gwyneth Paltrow?
I actually love Gwyneth. There's a lot of dermatologists that feel like every time she talks about health and beauty, they kind of cringe. And I'm like, well, at least she's talking about diet and exercise. But when it comes to sunscreen, she just still hasn't yet hit the nail on the head. And she was like a big anti-sunscreen back in the day. I don't know if you watched the video, but she mentions the Environmental Working Group, which really sounds great, but they went after sunscreen as if it's something harmful for you. So you could tell that she still kind of feels like, I'm not a lather of sunscreen from head to toe. I'm just going to put a little bit here and a little bit here. And the way she dabbed it, the dermatology world, there's a group of us, the board certified dermatologists, and we're the dermatologists from all over the world that get together, and they were just like, are you kidding me? But I was like, well, at least she's admitting she uses sunscreen. It's kind of like Botox. She used to say she doesn't get Botox. Now she's a Xeomin user. I'm like, well, at least she's now being more honest. I mean, at least she's saying she's using it, but she did not apply it correctly.
Well, Dr. Gunn, I'm a little bit confused myself because, I put on sunscreen, but then I heard, and I don't know if it's true or not, that some sunscreens can cause cancer. And then you're thinking, is that true at all?
No. So the studies that show that sunscreen could potentially cause cancer, notice my words potentially, is they used a mouse model and they put in that mouse over 365 days worth of one sunscreen ingredient, and the mouse's uterus got bigger, and they equated that to causing cancer. It's like unfathomable, and they say it's like science. Well, you have to be able to read science, and I'm a dermatologist, board certified. I also have a master's in public health. So when you read these nitty gritty papers that have numbers and large words, I mean, like, you really need to know how to decipher the knowledge. And the environmental working group blew that way out of proportion.
Okay.
Sunscreens are safe.
All right, well, are there some sunscreens that are better than others, and can you talk about that? And how should we apply sunscreen, since Gwyneth didn't quite hit the nail on the head there?
Well, I personally prefer the mineral sunscreens because they don't sting and burn the eyes, but I'm not worried about the other sunscreens. Like, one sunscreen that's a sunscreen that's in the United States is way better than nothing at all. But the minerals that rub and rail, so your zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, so like this is pure zinc and titanium, it rubs in well. You really want to put it all over. So when you spray it and you put it on your face,
Right.
you're going right underneath the eyes, on the eyelids, to the
Now I've had sunscreen get in my eyes before and it burns. Are there some that don't burn?
Yes, those are your non-mineral sunscreens.
Okay.
So your oxybenzone, your retinol palmitate, those are the ones that sting and burn the eye. So that's why I like the pure mineral. And you can put them right up to your eyelid margin. You're protecting yourself from the sun, because there's been plenty of skin cancers that I've biopsied right at the eyelid margin. Also, that hairline, there's plenty of skin cancers that I find right in the margin of the hairline. So, but the most common place for skin cancer is the tip of the nose, because it's the first thing that walks out the door.
Well, Dr. Gunn,
like,
we're running short on time. Is there a Facebook page or a website that you have that people can get more information?
Yes, we're going to be posting on our Instagram and Facebook at the Gunn Dermatology ones exactly how to apply your sunscreen, whether or not it's daily routine or when you're in direct sunlight, like if you're at the lake or the beach.
All right, Dr. Gunn, thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope you have a great spring and summer with your sunscreen.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we're under the gun just then. We'll be back in just a moment.